Hey guys, programming video 2. All right, so now you guys have had a little time to think about what programming is and what your programming is. So we all have our authentic self, our true spiritual self, and that's the idea here, is to get to our true self, figure out that what that is, who that is, and live there, stay there, kind of where your heart space is, if you've heard me talk about heart space. And we want to get into complete alignment with our authentic self. So we only want to keep the programming that is authentic to us and that is serving us in the highest good of all, right? We don't want programming that's authentic to mom or to dad or to the religion you grew up in or to your friends, but you want to find out what's the programming that's most authentic to me, okay? And so I'm not saying that like mom's programming or dad's programming or anyone else's programming is bad. It might be great for them, but we just want to figure out what is authentic to you, right? Okay, so let's figure out exactly what your authentic self is and what programming you want to keep and what program you want to let go of, right? All right, so get a piece of paper, some pen. I'll wait, but do it quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna give you some words and you can add to this list. This is just kind of to get you started, to get the brain thinking a little bit. So let's go easy for a minute here. Let's work on some words that kind of we all deal with in our lives. So write down love, money, death, sex, and career. Now take your time, look at each word, say it out loud, think about it, feel it. And when you look at each word, what feelings are arising within you? What thoughts are popping into your head when you say those words, when you feel those words? What beliefs are surrounding those words? Whose voice do you hear in your head when you hear those things? Okay, I'm gonna throw out an example. This could be a religious example, right? Or anything. For sex, no sex before marriage, right? That could be someone's belief. Death, death could be, death is the end, death is scary. So these are just some examples, but start making a list. You could use a whole sheet of paper for one word and just keep writing ideas down. You can go back and cross them out if you're like, no, that doesn't fit anymore. But write down what they are, okay? And add to this list. You can add phrases, you can add other words, you can add events. Thanksgiving's coming up. We're all gonna be with our families. I hope you're gonna be with your family, and if not, call me. You can come hang out with me. Anyways, what feelings and thoughts are attached to each word? Okay, and then the next step is where did these come from, right? And who's attached to these words or these thoughts and feelings around these words? And if it didn't originate from you, if you don't think you came up with this thought and feeling surrounding by this word itself, where did it come from? Who did you first hear it from, right? So if it wasn't your original thought and it wasn't created by a traumatic event, and by traumatic I just mean an event surrounded by heightened emotions, right? Okay, if it wasn't just your pure thought that was programmed into you, I snuck it in there, right? Okay, so now you know, oh, this is my programming. These thoughts are my programming. When I see this word, I'm programmed to believe this or think this, okay? So think about, where did you get this belief around this word? Who programmed this into you? Was it mom? Was it dad? Was it a religious group you belonged to? Where did you get this programming from? Now, it's not essential if you can't come up with it. Again, we never guilt or shame in this group ever. And but if you can come up with where you got that programming from, then it will serve you moving through the course when we get into other things. And then can you hear someone's like voice attached to this, a specific word? Maybe career, right? Your parents like, you need to have a really good career, go to college, have a substantial career. So maybe that was really important in your family growing up. And then thirdly, do you want to keep this programming? So really, remember, first lesson, awareness, really tune into your body, feel it. When you say these words, when you talk about the programming that is surrounded by these words, does it feel like you, okay? Does it feel icky, dense, heavy, gloomy? Then it's not you, okay? Or maybe it feels warm, it feels light, it feels translucent, it feels like home, okay? Then that's part of your authentic self. So whether you got it for someone else or not doesn't matter at this point. As long as it's authentic to you, then you keep it. And if it feels icky or dense or heavy or like it comes from fear, maybe it was programmed through fear into you, right? Put that shit down, people. It's not yours. Don't carry it around any longer. Now, that right there, the idea of even putting it down might provoke some feelings of fear or a negative feeling like, oh no, someone's gonna be mad at me or someone's not gonna like me or something like that. We'll deal with that in the future. So, tonight, your homework, write down the above words, add to the list, add any phrases or other things that are pertinent to your life right now that may be triggering, that definitely provoke a feeling or a thought. Decide, is this for me? Does this feel like me? Who am I? And just drop into your heart space a little bit. I should probably do a lesson on heart space. Anyways, does it feel like you? Does it make you feel light, like you want to float up to the clouds? Or does it make you feel like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, right? We all know what that feels like. We carry our stress on our shoulders and it's like bearing down on you. Or does it make you want to like sit up tall and be light and happy and whatnot, all right? So that's your homework. I would love for you to comment on what you've discovered so we can all share and grow from each other. Remember, this is a safe space. There's no guilt, shame, or judgment in this group whatsoever. So if you want to share, we'd love to hear from you, and I'd be happy to provide feedback in the comments, etc. So, happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next lesson.